spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation.
Spark a dream that we're meant to follow.
You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the Diz Insider. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your Disney Parks vacation even more magical. Welcome to another episode of the Extra Magic Hour, your park-centric show here at Walt's Apartment Productions. I am one of your hosts, Sam, and today we're going to be talking about Christmas in July, how to celebrate Disneyland's 70th, and a lot more. Before we get started, we want to thank our sponsors, Sunken City Designs, Getaway Today, and Where in the Park, who we are lucky to have join us here today. And a big shout out to our Lamplighters, our Patreons, who are keeping the conversation going over on our Discord, which if you have not yet joined, you totally should. It's free. It's a lot of fun. So click the link in our show notes. Check it out. Before we dive into our topics, let's make sure we say hi to everyone joining us today. As I said, Kevin and Amanda, Where in the Park. You guys are joining us today. We're excited to have you on Extra Magic Hour to talk some park news with us. How are you guys?
We're doing well. Great. Anytime we can talk about the parks, we are always open. So I'm excited. There's lots of news going on this week and ready to dive in.
Yeah. And of course, we've got Kelly with us. Sans, Joey, and Courtney this week. They are celebrating their 2-year anniversary on a cruise. But Kelly is braving her, I'm sure, sleepiness.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. But we got some good news this week. We got some fun things that we are going to book. And we're going to talk all about it.
Some things we're going to book. I can't wait to.
Yeah, me, Joey, and Courtney may have done a thing this week.
Oh,
cliffhanger.
So you're going to tell us when we get to it, right?
Yes.
Are you sure? You're going to leave us hanging?
Yeah, I'm going to leave you hanging.
Stay tuned for the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So we all know that the big thing that everybody's talking about right now, Disneyland's 70th birthday, is next week, July 17th, a week from 7 days from today. So July 17th. So we're going to start by taking a walk down memory lane, something that Disney Parks had posted on their Instagram. And we're just going to see that and give our reactions because it's got a lot of nostalgia. So let's check that out. Got Greg Sherman.
I'm Greg Sherman, son of Richard Sherman and nephew of Robert Sherman, the Sherman brothers. Walt hired the only ever staff songwriters in the history of the studio. The most iconic song I believe they ever wrote was It's a Small World. It's a small world after all. In the last year of his life, my dad decided to compose a new verse that celebrated that there's more that unites us than divides us and reinforce the message of that song. With this new verse, hopefully people will listen to the words and take in the message of the song and ride this ride again for the first time. Guests will soon be able to hear the final verse at Disneyland, at Walt Disney World, and I could not be more honored and thrilled that everybody gets to share in this beautiful final message.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump ahead a little bit in our plan because I just realized that we were going to talk about the final verse later. But as he said, Disneyland, you're going to be able to hear the final verse. Do you guys know the exact when they're doing that at Disneyland?
It starts July 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Because I
anniversary.
know they
It's
said
kind of weird
that the last verse. Yeah, go ahead.
It was weird that post was called Walk Down Memory Lane, but they're talking about the new thing added to the ride. So I don't really get the naming of that. But
I'm guessing just because the Sherman Brothers is just kind of like a nostalgic feeling.
Nostalgia,
yeah.
I thought it was interesting that Magic Kingdom is also getting the final verse on the same day.
Oh, really?
I thought that they would have given Disneyland a run for it first. But no, they are bringing it to the Magic Kingdom on July 17th as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do we know if it's just going to be in the last room or how's this working?
We don't know.
We don't know. Yep. First to come back and tell me wins a prize. No, just kidding.
Yeah, right. I really can't wait to ride it with the new verse. Me and Courtney got a special event. We went to the Richard Sherman tribute with his family, and they sang this song and the last verse as the very last song all together as an audience. They gave us the words on the back of the program, and it was amazing. Like, me and Courtney left crying. So I really cannot wait to hear this song in the ride.
So,
do you still have that program?
Do you still have the program? Do you want
I do.
I know what the lines are.
I can post it in the Discord, yeah. Do you want me to show it to you now? I have it.
Yeah, have it. I want you to read it to us.
Okay, give me a second.
Insider knowledge over here.
Yeah.
She's like,
I know.
Oh, I didn't know this would be important today.
I love that they're doing this, and it's on a playbill.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and the last verse is on the back of the program. And it says, Mother Earth unites us in heart and mind, and to love we give makes us humankind. Through our vast, wondrous land, we stand hand in hand. It's a small world after all.
All right, this time sing it. Okay, that's fine. We'll let them do it on the ride.
Not me crying over here. I'm getting emotional.
Literally, I mean, when we got invited to the event, we didn't even know what it was really about. And like literally, it was the entire family putting on a show for his friends and close friends and family. So we don't even know how we got invited, but it was so fun to be there. And it was called A Great Big Beautiful Concert for Richard Sherman.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you guys had that opportunity. That's amazing. And thank you for sharing it with us. So we're all looking forward to being able to hear the final verse in the attraction. And like Greg Sherman said in that video, if you're not a fan of the ride, that's okay. Like, you get to go ride it for the first time. It's like riding it for the first time. Give it that opportunity, that experience to maybe invoke some sort of emotion.
Yeah, well, and I feel like the world, the way the state is right now and how it is today, we all could learn something from It's a Small World.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be, I mean, if you're not a fan of that ride, still go on it and then look around at the other people who, like, I have no doubts that there's going to be a mad rush to the bathroom because everyone's going to be crying. And between that and the Walt animatronic, like, it's going to be a sob fest for sure.
Yes,
for
sure.
And we're going to be talking about that Walt animatronic in just a second. But before we get there, we are going to do our hidden theme park history section of our show. This is the segment where we dig up fascinating events hiding beneath the main storylines. So this week, we're going to be talking about events from July 6th to 12th. We've got some park closures, classic openings, and old ideas that never got materialized. So here we go. I've actually only got 3 this week because, a lot of the big stuff is going to come next week. But
that's going to be a long segment.
Yeah. and we shorten it, we abbreviate it. But July 12th, 1975, Europa Park opens in Germany. It would be Europa if you're saying it in English, but
how do they say it over there?
Europa.
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 Europa. I don't think they pronounce it that way. Where's that? You said that's actually in Germany.
Germany. Yeah.
All right.
Kevin, are you questioning my German?
I've heard. I always. Are you German?
Ich spreche Deutsch sehr gut. Yeah, actually, I do. I'm conversationally fluent in German. I spent time living in Germany for a couple weeks.
I thought just over at the Germany Pavilion at Epcot, you spent like a good week there.
No,
talking to all the locals.
Heidelberg, Rotenburg, Liechtenstein. Yeah, so in German it would be Europa. But Europa Park debuted in Rush, Germany. 250,000 guests came their first summer, and by its third year, it hit its first million visitors. So, and then 1994, Disney's America is abandoned. So we've talked about Disney's America on other shows, and they don't have the exact day that they decided it's going to be canceled documented as far as I can tell, but it was very ambitious. So it was going to be in Virginia, and it was a history themed park. What I know about it is they were going to have like dueling fighter jet coasters and stuff, and it was supposed to be like the first dueling coasters. Kevin, Amanda, Kelly, do you guys know anything else about Disney's America? I know they were going to do like Civil War reenactments and stuff.
Yeah, it was going to be very history driven. It wasn't supposed to be like a big thrill park. I remember hearing back when Knott's Berry Farm was for sale and Disney was trying to get it after, I believe it was after 94, after the plans over there failed. They had serious plans to turn Knott's Berry Farm into Disney's America, kind of shoehorning that concept into there, but the Knott's family didn't want to change from Knott's Berry Farm, so they weren't for it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I know there were a lot of people who had hesitation about where the park was going to be built to, and they had a lot of people who petitioned against the park. So didn't happen.
Where in Virginia it was supposed to be?
I don't remember.
Because they have 2 theme parks in Virginia. We've been to them. So it's weird that they would fight Disney.
When were those parks opened?
I know the Busch Gardens was open in 75.
Okay.
I'm not sure when King's Dominion was.
So I'm assuming we can look it up. We can look it up. But while I'm looking that up, also the last one that is now history, because we're going to be talking about it for years to come, just happened this last week, July 6th, 2025. Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island closed. So July 6th was the final day to experience Magic Kingdom's Rivers of America, Liberty Square Riverboat, and Tom Sawyer Island as they prepare for the Cars-themed expansion. Did you? Go
ahead.
I was going to look up Disney's America.
Oh, I was looking up King's Dominion, which opened also in 75.
So they were both in 75? That's interesting.
Yeah, May 3rd, 1975, according to the King's Dominion.
So it was 35 miles away from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So Haymarket, Virginia, in Prince William County, about 35 miles west of Washington, D.C.
Interesting.
The only thing I could think is they didn't want the America theme. I don't know.
No, I think that they were worried about the historical. There were a lot of historicals. They thought that Disney would oversimplify and commercialize serious topics like slavery and war. And then local residents were concerned about traffic, noise, and overdevelopment. And then there was political pressure, as some viewed it as Disney trying to rewrite history on hallowed ground.
Interesting.
What year
considering where we are today. But yes.
98.
90. It was 30 years ago, so 95. So Yeah, so I mean, they have a history of doing that with Disney, of watering in the past, so they're not wrong to come to that conclusion.
Yeah, I know that when June 23rd, 1995 was Pocahontas, but I do know like the jet coaster, the fighter jet coaster that I had read about that was in the proposed plans sounded really cool. It was going to be the first dueling coaster ever.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten a dueling coaster since.
Yes.
Yeah, so not at Disney, but at other places.
Yeah. It was the first time that it was proposed by Disney.
There you go.
Interesting.
Cool.
Speaking of first, July 17th, we're going to be able to, as general public, line up to see the Walt Disney animatronic for the first time. Amanda, do you want to tell us what that's going to look like?
Oh, yes. It's going to be magical. It's going to be awesome, and you need to be there. But the only way you can be there is if you get a virtual queue. So there's not going to be a standby line, at least not yet. There's going to be a virtual queue first. So what that will look like, again, this is starting on July 17th. You're going to go to your Disneyland app. And of course, you have to have a park reservation for that day. But you have 2 times to get a virtual queue. You can either get it at 7 a.m. or you can get it at noon. Those are the only 2 times. And again, you have to have that park reservation. And the one at noon, you actually have to be like in the park. So those are your requirements. 7 a.m. you don't have to be on property yet. You just have to have that park reservation. But at noon, you have to actually be on the grounds. So that is, yeah.
Are you ready for me to cue you in?
Sure.
Well, Amanda's going to actually take care of our travel minute for us because I know people have questions about how to use virtual queues to the best of their ability. So this is the Travel Minute, brought to you by Extra Magic Hour and Walt Department Productions.
Yeah. All right. Your travel minute is, how do you do a virtual queue, and what are some tips to make sure you get one? Because just because you go to try and get one does not guarantee that you'll get it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the Disneyland app. And if it doesn't direct you there already, on the bottom left is going to be a little home icon, looks like a little house. You're going to tap on that to go to your main screen. And then scroll down just a tad, you'll see the hours of Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure. And then below that, there's a big box that says Disneyland Virtual Queue. Right now, it's in purple for the 70th celebration. But there's a button right there that says Join Virtual Queue. And when you do that, make sure Disneyland Park is selected. And it shows Walt Disney A Magical Life. Well, right now, as we're recording, it says no virtual queue is currently available, obviously, because it's not the 17th yet. But when you go to sign up for one, try and get one, here's my pro tip. So go in a few minutes before 7 or before noon, depending on which one you're going for. Now, it's going to ask you for the number of people in your party. That doesn't mean the number of people in your entire reservation. So typically it'll be like myself, Kevin, and my mom, Kim. We're in the park team. And so you want to select that all 3 of you guys are going to be in there, if because it's going to be a reservation for you in line, right? So make sure you have your entire party selected. That's why you want to get there a few minutes early and make sure you're set up. Then there's 2 options to refresh the page. You can either push the button at the bottom, I think it's in blue, that says refresh page. Or you can scroll like from the top and pull the screen down and let it go, and that will also refresh the page. Now, here is my pro tip number 1. Again, you're in this a couple of minutes early. Pro tip number 1, do not drag and scroll. No. That takes too much time for it to refresh. No. You want the blue button at the bottom, and you're just going to tap, 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 because that is going to refresh the page faster. And the quicker you are at the turn of the minute, the smaller your number typically is. So all of those people who are doing the scroll, they are behind. By doing that tap of the blue button, that's when you get it. Typically, not a guarantee. Don't come after me if you don't get it. But 9 times out of 10, that quick button is your go-to. Pro tip number 2, throw some Disney magic in there. You want some good juju, right? So my pro tip, and it works 99.8% of the time, is to say something magical to yourself as you're doing that quick button. So depending on what you're going for, if you're doing a virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance, it's May the 4th be with you. If it is for Guardians, then it's Avengers Assemble. So say something like that's magical, that means something to you, maybe something about Walt, maybe to all who come to this happy place, welcome, or Disneyland is your land, or do something that reminds you of Walt and make that your go-to. Just some good Disney karma your way. And then let us know. Like, tell us in the Discord if you got it, what number you got. And so it's going to give you a virtual number in line. So say you got a virtual number 4, for example. That's a happy day. If you got a single digit number, you're probably going to be called really quickly. But it's just giving you that place in line to then come back at a later time. And then you'll have a status bar as to where they're at in the boarding groups, like at any given time. So if you got number 128, they're going to call, 1 through 15 first, and then it'll increase over time. So you'll get that notification if you have your notifications turned on of when your number is selected, and then you can go to the Opera House and get in line. So that's how virtual queues work. That is my travel minute and my pro tips for you. And best of luck to you guys.
You heard it here first. Amanda says manifest it with magic.
That's right.
That's right.
But while you are waiting for your queue number to be called, if you do get your queue, we know a game you can play to spend your time more enjoyably in the park. So let's hear from Where in the Park.
Hey fam, what scavenger hunt are you doing?
Well, we are doing Where in the Park. Do you guys know Where in the Park? Because we do.
We do.
So how you play this is that they give you a deck of cards with an image on it, and you get to look around and see where in the park that is.
And they're fun. So if you like to find stuff, this is what you need to do.
Amazing game. We're in the park right here. If you're a seasoned Disney park goers, as we are, it's a fun, challenging even for the hardcore Disney parks fan.
We have played the Where in the Park games that we felt like, ooh, we got
still a challenge.
Oh no, yeah, still a challenge, a fun challenge though, not an impossible challenge.
They get really close to details, and you're like, I have never even seen that. I don't even know.
Where in the park have I seen that?
The great thing about these is that they're not in attractions and they're out in the open places. It's meant for families to play.
Besides people who've been there a lot, it's fun for people that are new to the parks as well, because you catch some of those details that you would probably miss when you're first going.
So there's images that you are finding on one side of the card, and then the other has the hint and the answer that you can reveal if you choose to.
Before it was just the hint and the answer, but now if you really want the land,
it'll tell you where.
They'll give you the land for an extra hint. You guys can take as long as you wish without the hint.
Yeah.
Without the hint, it's hard.
But that's what makes it fun.
But they do not just do Disney parks, obviously. What other parks do you guys actually cover?
Universal and all that good stuff.
East
SeaWorld.
Coast, West Coast, and they're continuing to expand even more after that.
Check them out, whereinthepark.com, if you need to get some game packs. They are so much fun.
We appreciate Where in the Park.
They're awesome.
We love
Kevin and
that.
Amanda.
Get you some Where in the Park today.
Hell yeah.
Use promo code Walt's APT Podcast to save 10% at whereinthepark.com.
Definitely check out Where in the Park. Do you guys have any exciting news to share? Anything coming up that we should be looking forward to?
Yeah, we have all kinds of stuff. We're going to be at Disneyland on the 13th. We're going to be taking the new 70th anniversary tour, which we're really excited about. And then we'll be there on the 19th, taking in all of the 70th anniversary festivities. So lots of stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks.
We'll be there the 19th too with Where in the Park.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're going to be trying for that virtual queue.
First.
Yeah.
Sure, get that good juju in.
That's true. We can also link our passes again, and that way you have a greater opportunity to try and get them.
Yes.
So everyone in the group should try as well. I don't know if you said that when you were going.
Oh,
yes.
everyone should try. That's another
Great
good
point.
tip. Thank you, Kevin. So for those of you who may not know, I'm assuming if you're listening to Extra Magic Hour, you also listen to our other shows on Walt's Apartment Productions. But Kevin and Amanda also host Imagine That with myself and Louis. And it's only fitting that we bring some Imagineering news to our Extra Magic Hour. So we're going to react to a video that takes us back to the Walt Disney animatronic and how they developed the final poster for it. So let me share my screen. We'll
attraction poster. The first thing I do is I go to the archive and I pull every poster that was done for this attraction. All hand done. These were screen printed posters back in the day. Based on those, I do several sketches, layout sketches. The poster that we're using has a very vertical format with Walt on one side, type on the other. Based on the layout sketches and the typefaces, this is the actual final pencil sketch. The final pencil sketch is scanned, digitized, and the entire poster is redrawn. That vector artwork is then rendered, color corrected, and exists today in the attraction poster. As a former cast member at Disneyland, it's a true honor to be chosen to design something that represents Walt's legacy. A few Easter eggs that you may notice are the Opera House headers were taken from the original posters to maintain that look and feel. The pointing fingers, I reference Walt's finger in one of only 2 photos that I found where he's actually pointing with one finger. Also, the hidden Mickey right up here, hidden in the filigree. You can see the poster for yourself at the Disneyland Opera House on Main Street, USA.
Oh my goodness. I love those insider tidbits so much.
Oh, those Easter eggs are so fun.
So
Touching Walt with a 1-finger point too. That's pretty bold.
I know.
That's pretty bold.
So
and I think too, we need that as a magic key perk. I'm just saying we need a replica of that.
If you can even get it, I couldn't get the paint the night.
Oh no,
that's true.
Oh, Kelly seems to have some feelings about that, but that's a perfect
Did you put the
lead-in.
good juju out there?
Did you say?
You have to remember to put the juju out before you try to get it. So
We tried. We really, really tried, but it was not in our favor. But yes,
But there's some
it was
other
a virtual queue system.
there's some other Magic Key offerings that you can take advantage of this summer. Kelly, do you want to talk to us about those?
Yeah, so Disney's finally offering us some extra perks on our Magic Keys for the summer. And this is starting now until July 31st in downtown Disney. So you don't have to have a reservation in the park. You don't have to go into the park if you don't want to. So they're giving you 20% off Ballast Point, some specialty beignets and a frozen drink, secret menu items at the restaurants, and 17% off at Parkside Market, a secret menu item at Vista Park Side Market, a BOGO pint at Salt and Straw, 23% off Wetzel's Pretzels, a free bowl card with food and beverage purchase at Splitsville Luxury Lanes, and a free Play Pop card with a purchase of $40 or more at Love Pop. So all of these things are in downtown Disney, and these are extra savings for you using your Magic Key all through the month of July.
That's a lot.
It's fun.
And we've talked about many times on the show that we wish that they would do more for Magic Keys. So
yeah, and normally, some restaurants take the Magic Keys, some don't. It's different percentages for different restaurants. So if you want to know exactly what they're offering, it's on the website under the Magic Key summer offerings. It's also in your app and in your Magic Key portal. And they list all the stuff that they're offering right now. You can get discount on Pixar Putt at the Pixar Place Hotel, and they have a bunch of Magic Key specialty items there. So always look into that portal and see what's going on with your Magic Keys.
When you said that there was a bowl card, I thought for sure it was going to be for that new Soul Sister place over at the building in downtown Disney over there.
Yeah.
And then you said Splitsville. I'm like, oh, bowling bowl.
Yeah,
Got
bowling,
it.
like a bowl,
I forgot
like
there was
a bowling
even
card.
at So
See, we forget what's at downtown Disney all the
Right.
time.
That's funny because I went to the acai bowls that they have at Jamba Juice. So
Right. We both thought food bowls, 100%. I was ready to
Well,
sign
it's a
up for
good
that
thing
card.
I put Splitsville on the end of that then.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
For sure. We do have another video we're going to share just really quickly. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're not watching on YouTube, if you're joining us from one of our podcast players, or listening to us on Spotify or whatever, great. We love that. But we would also love for you to come subscribe to us on YouTube. We do share a lot of visuals on this show in particular. We share them on Imagine That as well and on our live show, but we share tons of them on this show because Disney parks like to put out a lot of videos that we want to react to. So this is one of those videos that we want to react to. And it is something that D23 did at Walt Disney World, on Walt Disney World Resort, some props that they were sharing. So we are going to show what they've done in honor of the 55th anniversary of the archives. So.
Park. Walt Disney Archives is really happy to share a few new assets that have just joined our collection, including an original merchandise display figure of Figment from Epcot, an original Robin puppet from the Muppets, and, believe it or not, Rizzo's Muppet Vision 3D Mickey Mouse costume.
That's the stuff right there.
That is. So they were part of the Spotlight Series event that was held at Walt Disney World Resort. I don't know. Disney gives us, there's like so many things that we can continue to talk about because they have a wealth of, like, we're talking about Magic Keys today. Like D23 and the archives alone give us so many different topics that we can talk about. So anytime they do any kind of expo or spotlight, tons of information for us to keep podcasting and really cool things to see. Obviously, you guys know why that one was special to me. It had Figment in it, so.
Of course.
I mean, I love the Rizzo costume as Mickey Mouse because that's a great scene in the show. Like in the pre-show.
So, moving on. Kevin, I'm going to ask you to take the High Key Club and tell us what to expect.
All right. So for everyone listening who is a concierge level hotel stayer, I don't even know what you call yourself. I've never done it myself, but it sounds really exciting. Over at Disneyland, I guess there was a thing called the E-Ticket Club over in the Adventure Tower. And they have refurbished that, redone it. It's now twice the size, and it's now called the High Key Club. And it's going to be debuting, I guess today as we're recording this. So yesterday, when does this drop? I don't even know when this show comes out. I'm assuming it's going to come out on Friday. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So it came out yesterday. So you already can go over there if you are a concierge level guest at the Disneyland Hotel specifically. It's a music themed VIP lounge. And as far as music goes, it's about like Disney music. They are tying it into the 70th anniversary on the way they describe it on the website. And how it's going to have displays with like band photos and musical instruments and Foley equipment that contributed to the history of Disneyland music specifically. They even say that the light fixtures are going to resemble classic Disney records. And look, we have a picture if you're looking on YouTube. I love this. I hadn't seen the picture yet. Yeah, so it sounds like it's going to be really cool. They're even going to have it where when they have night, if you're there for the fireworks, they're going to pump in the music from the show in that venue. So if you've ever been over to like the California Grill over at the Contemporary in Walt Disney World by the Magic Kingdom, they do a similar thing there. So you'll be at the very top of the building looking out at the fireworks as the music from the show plays. So that way you don't have to be in the at least here you could be indoors. Over there they have like an outdoor patio for it. It's a little different. I was looking it up. The club level rooms, they kind of start around like 1,000 a night. So it's a bit for the perk. But if you're into that, if that's your lifestyle, then yeah, awesome. This is definitely a new thing you could add to your day over there.
Or maybe it's like a once in a lifetime splurge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my 30th, we did concierge club level at the time it was Paradise Pier Hotel, and it was nice. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't $1,000 a night, but we did splurge a little bit.
But
it's the thing saying that Disneyland guests can save 20%. I guess I don't know if it's annual pass holders or what. Sunday through Thursday nights through August 14th. So you can look.
I believe that is the Magic Key discount, right?
Magic Key.
Yeah. Yeah. So that might save you on concierge level. I'm not really sure. So you guys let us know.
Yeah, check it out. Sticking with food, and Kevin, I'm going to throw this one back to you too, because Clarabelle's getting an enchanted Halloween experience, and it happens to be food. So take it away.
I like food. Hey, do you like food? They have it over there.
It's time for a food break.
At the Grand, right across the way, Grand Californian. There's a restaurant there called Storytellers Cafe. It's been there since it opened. But this year, they're going to do the Mickey's Autumn Adventure Buffet again, which we haven't taken part of yet. But it sounds like fun. Where it's character dining essentially. But Clarabelle's is an enchanted Halloween dinner that's also more costume dinner, where they have it where it's not just the characters are going to be there, but they invite guests to also dress up as their favorite forest friend is what they sure exactly what that means to them, but I'm sure any costume will do. And yeah, so that's what they're running right now. Actually, it starts, I believe, August 22nd. So you're going to be able to book it starting on July 15th. And if it's like all Disney bookings, as soon as you have the availability open, make sure you're awake. What time do they work? I think 6 a.m. They start over here on this coast. So you want to get in early to try to book your time. August 22nd through October 31st is when the Clarabelle one is running.
Yeah, and the Mickey's Autumn Adventure Buffet is just breakfast and brunch. So this is going to be their dinner experience from 4 to 9 p.m. The menu is hand-carved meats, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, grilled salmon, grilled pork, seasonal veggies, bread pudding, sweets and confectionaries, ice cream, and beverages. Obviously, the price is going to be $79 for anyone 10 and older and $42 from anyone ages 3 to 9. So like Kevin said, if this is something that you're wanting to do, if you're going to be spending Halloween season in the park, definitely go to the Disneyland app or website and you can start booking July 15th. So in just a few short days, if that's something that interests you.
I know me and Courtney have done the Goofy's Kitchen Halloween one. We did that last year. So it was fun. It's just a little buffet. They were in their outfits. The Clarabelle one sounds really fun.
Do they have anything?
Oh, was that?
Do they have anything like specialty themed foods or anything like that they normally wouldn't
Didn't
have
sound like
on the
it.
menu?
No,
I don't
sweets
and
think so.
confectionaries. Which I don't
Might be a little bit of
cookies
like
or cupcakes.
Yeah, and I think they were kind of like fall flavors, like spice cakes and like orange and green frosting and things like that. But it wasn't like specialty food that they were offering. It was pretty much the food that they always offer.
It's a buffet experience, so we can anticipate it's not going to be too different. But I mean, really
I think the theme is mostly
can't
just
go wrong with Disney food.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that Clarabelle was at the springtime dine in Goofy's Kitchen. It was the first time Clarabelle had been a character, a meet and greet at Goofy's Kitchen, and now they're adding her to Storytellers.
Which means they had a really good reception for her.
Yeah, and I think having her and Goofy in the same place was really fun. Me, Courtney, and Joy went and saw her. They were super cute. And Clarabelle gets a real good fan reaction with her sassiness.
So definitely something that families with children might want to look into if you're looking for a character dining experience for spooky season in the park. That won't be frightening for your children. Won't scare them as
I also
we've talked about Universal, not so much.
Oh, yeah, Universal is going to be terrifying. Take the kids; they'll love it. But I want to point out that the Clarabelle thing runs through October 31st, but the breakfast and brunch actually goes through November 16th. And I don't know if you
it's
said
fall
the prices or
themed
not.
rather than Halloween themed.
Exactly.
Yes, I did. Yeah, it's $79, I believe, for 10 and older, and then $49 for
42 for children.
42.
That's for dinner, and then it's for breakfast it's $69 for adults, $39 for children, and then brunch is $74 for adults, and also $39 again for children.
So yeah,
and child again is ages 3 through 9 at Disney. So
yeah,
it's
2
kind
and
of important
under
to keep in mind.
free. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, the brunch and lunch, breakfast and brunch are fall themed. So they're going to be going through middle of November. The dinner is Halloween, and it's going to end on Halloween. So you know who likes spooky things, and he's going to get mad at me for saying this, but I mean, his art is a little spooky sometimes, but it's spooky in a good way, in a creative way. Lou.
I think he knows it's a little spooky. I mean,
but he gets mad at me. He goes, "What? Hold up, what?"
I've heard that like the dwarves' heads are missing sometimes. So
you've heard that? Have you heard that? But they've got.
I've heard that the dwarves' heads are missing.
I can't remember
sometimes.
where I heard that.
Let's hear more. Let's hear
I think
more.
we need more. I think.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thief? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. Do you like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh, yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. If you're ever cold, get yourself a sweatshirt from sunkencitydesign.com. Also, WALL-E. You know, that's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right, if you also like Walt's Apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? sunkencitydesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can because the show's about to come back on. All right, everybody, we appreciate you.
Definitely go get some of your favorite art on a bag or a t-shirt or a hoodie or a cup or all of the things over at Sunken City Design. We love Lou. We love, and yes, I said love, Lou. If you're listening, you'll get over it. It's love. But look, everybody gave you hearts except for Kevin because he's like, we're chilling.
It was just below the camera. It was there the whole
time.
It
was there. It was there. You didn't see it. Look at Lou.
I'm really low on this thing. I'm like just barely.
Yeah,
barely.
We're good. Kevin's camera situation here. No.
It's fine, everybody.
But we just talked about Halloween, and that means we're in the midst of Halloween season, so it's time to start talking about Christmas, because that's the way that theme parks do it, especially Disney. So, Kelly, do you want to talk to us about the announcements that we got this week for the Merry Christmas party?
So excited about the announcements that we got this week. We got the Christmas party dates, we got the Jollywood Nights dates, and we got dates for tickets, and we got dates for when they are happening. First off, we've got Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And yes, me, Joey, and Courtney are going to the Very Merry Christmas Party. We just finally booked our hotel for the week that we are going. We're going right after Thanksgiving, first week of December. And we will be able to book Mickey's Very Merry Christmas. And those select dates are going to be November 7th to December 21st. And the select dates are on our little screen, but you can go to the website and they have all the select dates there. Really fun, though. If it's not a party night, they're still going to have the new Starlight Parade. So if you're not going on a party night, check out the new parade. If you are going on a party night, check out the Christmas parade. And so tickets are going to go on sale for hotel guests and on-property guests on July 16th. And then for all other guests, they're going to be starting July 22nd. So that's why we were like, okay, we have to book our hotel now because we got to book our very Merry Christmas party tickets. And we're so excited. It's the first time we've gone to the Christmas party.
Oh, it's a ton of fun. Kevin and I and my mom, we went to Very Merry Christmas Party a number of years ago, and it is a blast. I cannot wait for you guys to go and experience it.
Yes. Christmas. The Christmas is my favorite time at Disneyland. We always go for Courtney's birthday. It always is like the start of Christmas at Disneyland in like November, and her favorite thing to do is to watch the Christmas parade and watch the Christmas fireworks. So to be over at Walt Disney World this time or this year is going to be so fun.
The Snope makes me cry every time at the Christmas
party. Snope is great. We love Snope. We have Snope at Disneyland. There's not really anything like new that they announced, but it's all new to me. So I'm so excited.
Make sure you
still have the cookies and hot chocolate?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
At multiple places. And make sure you go over to like where the Pete's Silly Sideshow area is, because that's usually where like the prime meet and greet is. So during the Halloween party, that's where I met all of the dwarves at once.
Oh,
and
okay.
I look so tiny in that picture compared to all of them, but it was like the best thing ever. That meet and greet was probably one of my favorite ever, because they're all interacting with you at once, and it's just so funny. So I don't know.
Well, I'm excited for the holiday themed layovers or makeovers on. They said Space Mountain, the Tomorrowland Speedway, Bad Tea Party, Jungle Cruise, and the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
So Jungle Cruise, they do the Jingle Cruise.
They had the Jingle Cruise 1 year at Disneyland and have never brought it back. And I want it back so bad.
And I hate to tell you this, but the other layovers are just lighting and music changes. Like but
it's still Christmassy in my heart, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We will go on them as not Christmas and on Christmas.
And I know you guys
the
will
Space
join the
Mountain
dance.
one. We missed that when we were there.
Yeah, I want to see the Space Mountain. But the most thing that I want to do is to see the Christmas show in front of the castle. Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration. I gotta watch Mariah Carey.
Mariah.
Right.
Yeah, no. Actually, that is one of my favorite pictures of all time, is in front of that Christmas show. Haley is like on her dad's shoulders next to me, and like somebody took a picture, like somebody randomly just took a picture of us from behind and was like, I have to send you this picture. I'll put it in the Discord. But one of my favorite memories ever was doing the Christmas party with Haley. I'll post pictures so you can see.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I had a red shirt on, and it said "Home for the Holidays," and it had the castle, and then I had a giant green tutu on, because why wouldn't I be extra? So I've got
you gotta.
And they bring out special characters just like they do for all of the other events like that you've been to at Disneyland. But
I'm excited. I'm really, really excited because, like I said, Disney at Christmas time is the most magical thing. It makes me really happy, and I'm just so excited to be on the other side.
But I don't think they're doing the gingerbread this year at Grand Floridian.
I know, because under construction. That's going to be really sad. It's going to be under construction.
Yeah. That is, because that is a must see. So that makes me sad for you guys. But
that is a bummer. But we have seen the Easter eggs. We've been there when they've done.
It just means you have to come back for another Christmas party.
Exactly. It just means we'll have to go back to Florida.
Are you going just for the Magic Kingdom, or are you going to do Epcot as well?
Oh, we are going for the whole week. We are going from November 28th to December 7th, and we're going to all the parks. We are especially doing the Very Merry Christmas Party, and we're fitting in a little bit of Epic in there as well. So, we're really super excited to get over there. We're thanking Joey's niece. She works at Disney World, so we're we're getting a little deal. But we are so excited to head over there and to experience some new things. And speaking of new things, is Jollywood Nights is back as well, and we haven't decided if we're doing both Christmas parties, if we can fit it in with Epic and everything, but we will talk about it. But Jollywood Nights feels like a more adult version of a Christmas party, a more old Hollywood glam version of a Christmas party. And some new things to look out for at Jollywood Nights is Miguel at Holiday Fiesta on La Cale in new locations near Rock and Roller Coaster. You get to enter the park earlier than ever at 5:30 if you have a Jollywood Nights ticket. And then the new shows, The Little Mermaid, A Musical Adventure, and Disney Villains, Unfairly Ever After, are going to be playing during the event. New snacks on the backlog at Express Menu. And
are you seeing the merch? Kelly, are you seeing the merch?
I am seeing the merch. The merch is collection will appear soon. Of course, you've got your Muppets at the Jollywood show, the Disney Holidays in Hollywood show. Of course, you've got the Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along. And, of course, the Tip Top Club. And a Pixar Disco Light Up at Pixar Plaza. Glisten, where there's a skating show, is back as well. Experience jazzy holidays at the Hollywood Brown Derby. And some Jingle Bell and Jingle Bam as the light show, and I think it's just a light show. Is it fireworks as well?
Yeah, it's fireworks.
Yeah.
There are also going to be 20 rarely seen characters. We're showing them to you on our screen here, but
yes.
Phineas and Ferb, Max Goofus Powerline, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Stitch dressed as Santa, always a favorite, Baloo and King Louie, Mike Wazowski, Edna Mode, Frozone, Joy from Inside Out, Jose Carioca, and Panchito from the Three Caballeros, and Miguel from Coco. The Jollywood Nights are far more limited than the Christmas party nights are. So if that is something that you're going to want to do, you definitely need to make sure you grab them quickly, because there's only a handful of them in November and December. So July 16th, resort guests will be able, if you're at select Disney resorts, Walt Disney World, Swan and Dolphin hotels, and Shades of Green. And then, so July 16th, those will be available for resort guests. And then July 22nd is the general sale, but like they are going to go quick. They are going to go
super fast. And this event has been a highlight the last couple of years. So, and the fact that they're bringing it back, I think that's a good sign. So, yeah, I hope we can fit it in. I'm not sure if we can, but we will definitely have to have a chat about it.
I would be curious to know if you guys prefer the Christmas party or Jollywood Nights. So if you can't do both, I would love a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we're talking about it. But
we don't have ticket prices yet, right?
We don't have ticket prices. No. So okay. We will have to look at that. I think that's one of the caveats right now as to if we do both or not. But we will see. We are just trying to figure out our plans right now of what we can do and how we can fit all it in. And we want to hit Epic as well, because we're going to be over there. Why not?
Well, if you guys need park planning or need park planning time for Epic or for the Halloween parties, we have sponsors that can help you with that, because Getaway Today will help you with all of your Christmas party planning and your Epic trip, as well as your Disney trip. So booking your resort stay, and they will help you with as much or as little as you need to. So let's hear from Getaway Today.
It's been a great show so far, but who's ready for an ad break?
Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So, let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway Today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So, go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or, just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. Alright, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
Yes, definitely check out Getaway Today for your vacation planning needs. You can also have them book you a SeaWorld trip as well. And that's where we're heading over to next. We have some ticket deals coming from both coasts. So SeaWorld San Diego right now, they have a current deal where it's buy one ticket, enjoy a second day free through September 30th. So the offer is going to end soon. They didn't give us an exact date. Obviously, they're going to decide that on their own. But for now, SeaWorld San Diego, if you buy a ticket, you get to enjoy a second day for free. So definitely take advantage of that if you love SeaWorld and don't have an annual pass. And then if we head on over to SeaWorld Orlando, they have a bundle for $79.99. And it gives you a single day ticket if you visit through September 1st, and you get to eat and drink free and get a $10 retail credit. So that's everything you need for a perfect day in the park. If you're like, hey, we don't go to SeaWorld often and that's something we're going to try, that's a pretty dang good deal. So check it out.
And shameless plug, we have game packs for both Orlando and San Diego. So if you want to make even more of your experience at either park, you need to go to we'reinthepark.com, use that code Walt's Apartment, and get that 10% off. So yes, make sure that's happening. There's also deals going on at SeaWorld San Antonio as well. So if you live in the San Antonio area, and you want to go over to SeaWorld, they also have some summer deals going on over there as well. But the announcements of this week were more so for the bundles going on the coast. But
yeah, I need to do better about subscribing to all of the parks. I tend to stick to Florida and and California because those are our primary vacation destinations. But I'm glad you mentioned that, Amanda, because we need to do better about checking. I need to do better about checking that. But thank you. I need to subscribe to the newsletter.
No, it's just one of those things. Like the big news of the day was for the coast.
Yeah.
It's just there's a couple of savings going on over in San Antonio, but the big bundles that just came out were for the coast.
Perfect.
You know what? I'm so bad. I always forget that there's SeaWorld other places besides Florida and California.
I know.
Just San Antonio and Abu Dhabi. So
Abu
Dhabi.
Team. That's why
we're gonna get a Disney Abu Dhabi, so we're gonna have to start thinking internationally on everything.
We'll wait till we get there. It's fine.
And we do. We do include international Disney news, but we don't really include international news for the other parks. It's still new for us on this show to include other parks at all. Because for the longest time, Sean was like, no, it's just Disney. And they were like, well, we have to talk about Epic Universe. And now we talk about SeaWorld, and we talk about Knott's Berry Farm, and we talk about Six Flags, and we talk about like the horror house experiences that are opening up in Vegas and Chicago. And like, we're here for it.
I feel like it's on all of our bucket lists to go to all the castles, so we need to talk about it all.
We do.
For sure.
And not just the castles, like right now is a great time to be a theme park enthusiast.
Oh,
because there's such kick-ass things that are just coming out, and we're like, we want more, we want more, we want more. Which is why we
not only is Epic pretty good, but like they've announced another one in the UK, and Osaka, Universal Osaka in Japan is a great place to go too.
I feel like we all just need an infinite budget so that we can keep reporting and bringing these things to you.
Yes,
so if there's a billionaire out there who wants to just like sponsor our endeavors, like, you know where to find us. Yes. But speaking of theme park enthusiasts, Kevin and Amanda, you guys have been doing some theme park days recently. Do you guys want to tell us what you've been up to? Give us some quick trips.
Before we get into that, I do want to say a quick thing. I got an email from SeaWorld San Diego about a one-day event that they're doing a week from, I guess, tomorrow, or I guess 2 weeks from tomorrow, on July 25th. They're calling it, for some reason, they're celebrating Christmas early in July.
Yeah,
and they're going to be giving away light bulbs from their Sky Tower tree. So during Christmas time, they turn their Sky Tower into a Christmas tree. It's kind of a thing they've been doing. I learned recently it was inspired by a thing that a guy said he wanted to do to the tower at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Because Magic Mountain was actually created by SeaWorld. That was news to me. I learned this while doing research for a podcast that we do. Amanda and I, we run the Where in the Park podcast as well. Again, shameless plug. And I was doing like a history on SeaWorld, so I was reading the book about it's a biography of the guy who created SeaWorld and Magic Mountain. I didn't realize it was actually the SeaWorld company that was one of the first people who created Magic Mountain.
Do you remember who the creator was?
George Millay is the guy.
That's interesting. We'll have to talk about stuff like that more on Imagine That too.
But but the point though is if you're a pass holder between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., it's a very short window on July 25th. It's a Friday. You can actually get one of those light bulbs. So you have to sign up for it. They should have sent you an email.
Are they going to have a virtual queue?
Pass number. I assume you have to RSVP for it. So they give you a Google Doc to fill out. So make sure you fill it out and get there if you want that.
SeaWorld San Diego is also in the midst of their summer concert series. I think Soulja Boy is going to be there this weekend.
What a throwback that is.
It is, but a couple of weeks ago on the show, we covered who was going to be showing up on the different weeks for their summer concert series. So you can refer back to that or go to their website and look at what is to come for the rest of the summer. There were a lot of throwbacks. It was interesting.
A lot of them repeat year over year too. So if you missed an artist that you were hoping to see, check back next year. They very well might be on the calendar if their schedules line up.
So all I know is Boyz II Men is very popular. So if you were going that day, get there early and get a package.
That's an Epcot though, right? I think they're going to
yes, it is.
Just eat to the beat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But park experiences, quick trips. What you guys got for us? What have you been up to?
Been having good times.
Good times.
Amanda, you know, you're better at talking than I am.
So we for 4th of July we went over to Knott's Berry Farm for lunch to go to Mrs. Knott's chicken dinner restaurant. It's been a minute since we had been there, and we thought, hey, what's more American than fried chicken? And we had just done an episode about the origin story of Knott's Berry Farm. So we thought, okay, we've done all this research about it. Let's go take a look inside and experience it firsthand for the first time in a while. And then because it was 4th of July, we went over to Independence Hall directly across the street on Knott's property. And our recent episode that just came out on the 4th on the We're in the Park podcast, Kevin did a huge deep dive into multiple reasons why Independence Hall at Knott's Berry Farm is not an exact replica from the one in Philadelphia, despite all of the claims.
It's just one section of it. But yeah.
No, there's so many differences.
No, I mean, I go into like the history of like, Independence Hall and of it being built at the park. It's not just bashing of it. But I do break down how it's not an exact replica as well, though.
Yes, because Knott's Berry Farm and Cedar Fair and everybody, all of influencers, they all say brick for brick exact replica. And so, yeah, we break down the history of the actual Independence Hall, the one over at Knott's, and then the differences between the two. So it was really fun after doing all this research to go back and see it firsthand. And it's like, yeah, it's not the same. And Kevin and I had also been to Independence Hall in Philadelphia, so we got that firsthand experience both ways. And then after that, we went to Disneyland for their 4th of July celebration. And I don't know if we'd ever been for 4th of July on the day of. I know we've experienced.
I have. It may have been before I met you, though.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. So so that was a lot of fun. I know they typically have some red, white, and blue bunting around and stuff, but because they just put everything up for the 70th anniversary, they didn't have that this year. But they still had a special flag retreat. They had the Disneyland band was playing some patriotic music. And then, of course, the fireworks show. That was really, really cool to see. We thought that they were going to do a special World of Color show. They did not. It was just the same Celebrate Happy.
I remember years ago they had a special pre-show during the 4th of July that I did see at California Adventure for World of Color, and I'm hoping to see it again this year. But yeah, just went straight into the Muppets pre-show instead, which is still a lot of fun.
Still fun.
So no big gripe, but
yeah,
it's still pretty new, so they need to get people to watch it.
One of my guesses.
Yeah.
But it was
that's
crazy.
so fun.
The World of Color show, we have never seen it so empty for 4th of July.
Oh,
we saw
really?
the second showing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We saw the second show on 4th of July, and it was like us and like, I don't know, probably still like 1,000 other people, but considering it could hold like 5,000, it felt very empty.
Yeah, we were in the blue section like we always are, and yeah, it was just us and a few people. The dessert parties were hopping, they were still there, but that center circle where the fountain is, we had that whole fountain to ourselves.
Nice.
It was funny though, because there were still people over on the bridge, over on the pier, over like by the restaurant, where people like, it's kind of like the overflow. If you didn't get the virtual queue, that's where you stand. And I was like, why are you still?
Maybe they thought they would be able to get out of the park faster.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe it could have been an escape plan.
I mean,
good point.
Considering how empty it was, it didn't take long to get out anyway. So
I know, but like if that's their like go to, and they're like it's going to be packed because it's the 4th of July, and they're like, which is crazy because like 4th of July in Walt Disney World, you cannot move. You cannot move.
Oh no, Disneyland, when we were watching the fireworks there, it was shoulder to shoulder people. Yeah. It was packed.
Well, because too, like they had paint the night, and then immediately afterward, like 10 minutes afterward, was fireworks. And so everybody, as the last float went past you, they immediately rushed into Main Street for the fireworks. And so we were at Walt's apartment, because that was the only spot we could find an opening. Was right in front of Walt's apartment, and so we tried to rush into the middle of Main Street, and we just got to the end of the circle there in town center. So
it's pretty crowded.
I feel like we covered this on Imagine That. We talked about
talking about bottlenecks
in the parade routes.
Parade routes. Yeah.
So well, if you don't give enough time for people to get out of the way after the parade, the fireworks, people are just going to stay for the fireworks and not move until after the fireworks. It happens even still with Wondrous and Paint the Night. There's only like 5 to 10 minutes between those, and people stay around and you can't really find a spot if you've just walked up on it. So,
which as a guest, that makes sense. Like you,
time,
space. Like, why would you give that up?
Yeah, exactly.
That is a Disney problem to fix. And we've covered it on Imagine That. So go back and check out that episode. Anything else anyone wants to say about any quick trips you've recently taken or anything like that?
Unfortunately, me and Courtney have not been to a park recently. We've had quite the few weeks at home, so.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys have been working hard. You guys have been planning for future vacations, and
yeah.
I mean,
Courtney was planning for her cruise with Joey. I'm sure she'll have lots to say after that to compare it with the Disney cruise, because it's not a Disney cruise.
And I'm excited to compare with her because I've taken tons of Carnival cruises. Like I am like the highest pass you can be at, like whatever the highest member is. I've taken.
We did a Carnival cruise a long time ago, but she has not been on a non-Disney cruise in a long time.
Like Haley herself, Haley's 9 and she's been on 4 of them. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's
and our next trip isn't until the 19th with after the 17th. So we will have to see what's going on in the world after that.
Literally, the next time where we're going to be recording is like the anniversary.
The 70th anniversary.
The 70th anniversary. How lucky
we're going to be recording on the 70th anniversary.
We are. And it's not going to come out until the 18th. So we're going to be scrambling with news that day, trying to get it all organized and put together into a show before we go live. But we can do it. We've done it before. So. But Kevin and Amanda, thank you for joining us tonight. Always great to have you here. You guys are welcome on Extra Magic Hour anytime that you want to be here. So just let us know. You guys have access to our chat. Just show up. It's fine. You just hit the link. It's fine. It's fine.
We'll be like, oh, Amanda and Kevin are here.
I mean, that's really how our shows work here is like we put the link and whoever shows up. It's great because we're all a big happy family here at Walt Disney Productions, and everybody pulls their weight wherever they can and brings their insight, and we love that. So we're glad whenever anybody can cross over to another show and spread the magic. But
yeah, we'll be your weird sitcom neighbor anytime. That's fine.
Love that.
I love that.
But you don't need to ring the doorbell. Just walk right in. Just walk right in.
If the lamp is on in the apartment, come on in.
There you go.
Perfect.
If you have enjoyed this episode of Extra Magic Hour, though, please scroll down on your podcast player, give us a 5-star rating, and if you have an extra minute to leave a written review or to share it with someone else that is a theme park aficionado, that would be amazing. It only takes 2 seconds. It tells Apple, Spotify, and all of the other players that you love what we're doing here and you want more of it. If you are checking us out on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, never miss an episode, and be sure to check out our amazing sponsors, our free Discord, and our Patreon page for more details. Links to everything are in the show notes down below. And until next time, we will see you in the parks.